Angela. We have a new book by a local author here, Max Starkloff, and the fight for disability rights. A lot of people may not know Max Starkloff as a household name, but we have the author here, Charlie Claggett, to tell us first about Max Starkloff. He has had a huge impact on this area, even though a lot of people don't really know his name necessarily.
Yes, Max started Paraquad, which was an independent living center. I believe it was the third or fourth independent living center in the country. He was a real pioneer in getting independence for people with disabilities. Curb cuts, or the sidewalk ramps that we know, he was responsible for those. Getting lifts on buses in St. Louis. St. Louis was the first city in the nation to have a fleet of buses with lifts. And people in wheelchairs couldn't get out of their homes. An 8-inch curb would be the same as an 8-foot high wall for somebody in a wheelchair. Right. So the ramps and the accessibility allowed people with disabilities to get out of institutions and live independently.
Now, one thing you said, the copies of the book have just started coming out.
Yeah.
You said the book was thicker than you thought it would be, but then again, he's led a very long life of trying to help others, even though he was disabled himself.
Yes.
Can you tell me, what did you find kept him going?
Well, he was in a car accident when he was 21 and became a quadriplegic, so he didn't have the use of his arms or his legs. I think what kept him going was he lived a life of service to others. I mean, it became, when he was in the nursing home, he decided that not only did he want to get out of the nursing home, but he wanted to get other people out of their nursing homes as well. And so he just dedicated his life to helping other people with disabilities live independently.
Now, you mentioned earlier a long list of ways that life would be much more difficult for our disabled friends and family if it were not for his work. I think a lot of people who are so-called fully able don't think about how their lives would be different. So what do you think?
Yes, Max used to say that the disability community is one that anyone can join at any time.
That's right.
And the baby boomer generation is getting older now, and the chances of becoming disabled are greater the older you get. And so there are a lot of things that we're now starting to take for granted that just weren't available when Max
And I think a lot
injured.
of people don't think about, like sometimes I throw my back out. You may have
right.
They break your leg, very temporary, but you're going to need some of these allowances that he's made, that he's worked so hard for. Charlie Claggett, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, and I did a little bit of volunteer work when I was little with Paraquad. I'm telling you, how you got all of that work and that legacy into this book, I don't know. But thank you so much. There will be a book signing this Tuesday at the Missouri History Museum. That will be this Tuesday, 7 o'clock. I think everybody should go ahead, come on out, meet Mr. Claggett, and try to get a little bit more insight into everything that Max Starkloff has done for us in this area. This is free and open to the public. Again, it's called Max Starkloff and the Fight for Disability Rights. Thanks again, sir.
Thank you.
Andrea, back to you.